This is Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 14 through 15. When thou art come into the land which Yahweh thy power giveth thee, and shall possess it, and shall dwell therein, and shall say, I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are above me, thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom Yahweh thy power shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishop, and elders, a great millstone that rule well. And peace and blessings be multiplied on all you brethren, pushing this word in all sincerity and in truth. To the hopeful elect, 144,000, and the rest of the great multitude of men, women, and children that will receive mercy from the Lord in these last days. Shalom. I'm the brother Dama Agabar here with another lesson, Lord willing to edify through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, and this is something that we see happening right now. Now, of course, we're not in the Holy Land. We're not, in the land that the Lord has given unto us. But this commandment, this law still applies, man. That we are not supposed to set over us kings of the other nations, man. All right. Whoever's supposed to be our ruler, it should be amongst our own, amongst one of the members of the 12 tribes of Israel that the Most High shall appoint. And we bring out the scripture all the time, warning you, Jake, telling you that you really have no business voting here in Babylon the Great in America, because we know that everybody that they set up as presidents or as rulers or as the so-called king of the free world here in this country, they have all been heathens. They have not been Israelites. They are strangers. All right, let's look up this word for strange. All right. So like we say all the time, your people don't have no business voting for any of these so-called presidents, man, because they're not of the nation of Israel. And the word here is Nacharia. It says foreign and alien, a foreign woman, and harlot, and unknown or familiar. Unfamiliar. Now, this means, unfamiliar as the fact that they're not of the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. Because we're supposed to set up a king over us who are, judging and ruling under the ordinances and the commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. These other nations, they're not under the law. They're not under the scrutiny or the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of how we should govern ourselves. They move under a whole different vibration, and mainly a way that's going to lead you astray, that's going to cause you to sin against Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And you're going to have to be under the rulership and law, statutes, and commandments of a foreign nation, which is ultimately foreign unto you. And it's funny, it says here, a foreign woman and harlot. Let me show you this, man. All right. It says, you shall not set thou a king over thee. And whether you want to, just because they call these presidents, they call these Americans, the system here presidents, it's nothing more than a king. All right. Same concept, And so we're not supposed to, set up kings that are over us, that are from strange nations, that are heathens. And what do you have right now? You got this woman. All right. Let me show you this, man. It says black woman mobilized for Kamala Harris campaign, but brace for backlash. Why? Because they are looking to set up this woman, Kamala, which is not an Israelite, by the way. She's not a so-called black woman. Do the research. There's, she's a heathen, but now she's posing and acting and deceiving you so-called black woman that she's a part of the so-called, culture, as these niggas say in the world. All right. Like we've been telling you, look, she doesn't have you niggas' best interests at heart. All right. She's likened unto a harlot that you're looking to set up over you to be your king, man, which is a goddamn woman, which the scriptures clearly say that a woman is not supposed to usurp authority over any man whatsoever. Will show you just how completely out of order this place truly is, and how out of order you so-called black women are. And all you women, you're going to have a lot of women rising up to try to vote and try to get the first woman president in office. Mainly, it's going to be the women of the tribes, because they're going to be talking about that stupid so-called black girl magic, which is witchcraft and sorcery and harlotry. All right. But what do you have here? Black woman. And eventually the black man is going to follow, because who does the black man follow? He follows the woman. He follows his wife. He follows these nappy-headed women, because they're trying to get something out of it. And look at this. There's another one. So, hey, you're going to have a lot of these so-called Negroes pushing for Kamala to become president, which is a complete violation of the scriptures. You see, and this is why this is going to end very bad for all of you Jakes out there. All of you Jakes who are, bucking up against the prophets, the men of the Lord. You don't want to come back to being, who you truly are as the Hebrew Israelites. You want to continue to trust in the shadow of Egypt. That's why scriptures say this place is going to be your shame and this place is going to be your ruin and your fall. And by you Jakes promoting and endorsing Kamala Harris, gathering up all this money, going on all these campaigns, fighting for her, trying to get her to become president, you're doing nothing more but worshiping her as your God, man. Why don't you put the same energy into worshiping and to being obedient unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, so that he can rule over you, so that he could, so that, his law, statutes, and his commandment can be how you rule and govern yourselves, man. But you want to go to this this demon, this witch, this false idol that you are setting up to be your ruler and to be your king. And it's going to all end bad for you. Look at this. Alpha PAC endorses Harris, calls for black man to back her. You see? Like I said, it's going to start with the so-called black woman endorsing this broad. And eventually all of you niggas are going to endorse this broad. But she's, not what she's out to seem. She's a demon. She's a witch. And I'm going to show you some information. Look at this. And what do you got? You got these dumb niggas out here trying to endorse and trying to get this woman to be their president, man. You see? And the black woman, hey, they're all going to support each other, whether it's good or bad. And the majority of the time, it's all bad. Look at this. Black woman in New York began organizing for Kamala Harris. And you're basically, this is basically like you pouring out drink offerings and you promoting and setting up this woman to be your king, man. Which, hey, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai didn't choose this woman to be the head over you. Neither would it be even allowed in the in the law, statutes, and commandments, or in the spirit of the Most High, man. This is of Satan. Now, look at this. Tens of thousands of black women across the country joined a virtual call last night to fundraise and strategize. And what does this remind you of, man? This is like them weeping for Tammuz, man. Look at this. It says, as for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of Yahweh, we will not hearken unto thee. And like I said, if you read up, I'm just trying to get straight to the point. It tells you how when Jake was in Egypt, they were, doing evil. They were still worshiping and following after these other gods, man. Doing what? Pouring out drink offerings and baking cakes for the Queen of Heaven, which is similar to what they're doing with this Kamala Harris person, raising all of this money, fundraising, hitting the campaign trail, trying to convince you Jakes ultimately to set her up to be a king and a ruler over you, man. And this is nothing. This is wickedness, man. And she's going to be doing a lot of the wicked bidding of the Biden administration. She's the vice president to the Biden administration, which was pushing what? A lot of this alphabetism, trying to legalize pedoism, drag queen story time, all of this foolery, all of this wickedness. She's the vice president to that same campaign, and she's going to come with the same agenda, man. And what does it say? And who was the one out there telling you not to do this, not to vote for this woman, to return to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai in all truth and sincerity, are the prophets and the men of the Lord. But what spirit is Jake in? They don't want to hear that. They want to get the first black woman president. You did the same for Barack Obama, who was not your people, who was a Hamite, man. And when he got in office, he didn't do jack shit for you niggas. And you think, and this broad, even when she became vice president, they was asking her, what are you going to, I think the Breakfast Club was saying, what are you going to do for the black community? She was like, I ain't doing nothing for the black community. All right. But you dumb niggas are still going to vote for this broad. You're still going to put her in office thinking that she's going to come and support and, defend you so-called blacks, man. You so-called Negroes. You Jake is just lost in the sauce, man. It says, but we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven. And like I said, what is that synonymous liking them to do? These black women are organizing for Kamala Harris, man. Like I said, they're going to be hitting the campaign trail. Look at this. Across the country, including many in New York, launched an ambitious organizing effort for Vice President Kamala Harris, man. You see? It says Amila Adams, Taekwona Henderson Rivers, and Rachel whatever were among the Empire State Women on Sunday evening's Win with Black Women virtual call, according to a list of names provided at Politico. So you see the spirit that these so-called black women are in. And this is why we told you, brothers, leave these nigga women alone. Let them have Babylon the Great. Let them have this world, because they're going to go down right along with this world. All right. And what they're doing by campaigning for this woman is literally the same thing that I'm reading here in this Jeremiah, the 44th chapter. It says, but we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth, to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, as we have done. And remember, the word I wear for stranger, it said what? A foreign woman, a harlot. And that's what this woman is, man. And we know how she got her rise to the top. All right. And I'm going to show you. It says, we'll pour drink offerings unto her, as we have done, we and our fathers, our kings and our princes, in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then had we plenty of victuals, and were well, and saw no evil. And this is what they think they're going to get by getting this woman in office. You know, because ultimately these black women, they just want to continue to thrive here in Babylon the Great, because here they're at liberty to be rebellious, to be out of pocket, to be out of order, to usurp authority over a man, and basically to do whatever the hell they want to do. All right. And they want that they love that Queen of Heaven permission, that Queen of Heaven, permission slip, so to speak, to do and act and be out of pocket and be whores and sluts and tramps and everything else under the sun, which is outside of the guidelines of the Heavenly Father. It says, but since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, we have wanted all things, and have been consumed by the sword and by the famine. And when we burned incense to the Queen of Heaven, and poured out drink offerings unto her, did we make her cakes to worship her, and poured out drink offerings unto her without our men? You see? And this is what these hoes want, man. And guess what? They're going to burn for this, man. This is not going to go unpunished, man. All right. And, and like we say, hey, these women are weak, man. There's nothing new under the sun. All right. Let me play this, and I'm going to close this video out, man. So you women, man, you better wake the hell up. You better get right with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because what you're doing is a form of idolatry, man. And you're in complete violation of Deuteronomy, the 17th chapter, by trying to set up one over you that is a stranger, that is not of your brethren, man. All right. So listen to this.
Come Queen La Imhoff in there.
And then this guy, what's that nigga name? Kwame, he's over here being a little buster. He's all, I ain't saying that, Madam President. I ain't saying that, Kamala. He don't want to co-sign on what George Joe Brown is telling you about. Like he said, come on me, holla. Whatever the hell he said. Come holla. Whatever the hell her name is, man. Because she ain't nothing more than a witch, than a demon. And she sucked her way to the top, man. All right? And he's going to show you that.
Imhoff in?
No.
Yes, she does.
Who?
Mrs. Imhoff, Vice President of the United States, who goes by her maiden name,
Miss Kamala?
Kamala Harris. She's got 2 Jewish children she adopted. She married a Jewish husband who's got a interesting...
I'm scared to talk about Kamala Harris. I'm going to let you have that one.
She's a witch, and she is a corrupt witch. She's been corrupt her whole life, and she...
See, and this is why these so-called black women want to get Kamala Harris in there, because because the spirit that she's in is the spirit that these so-called black women are in. Like you said, they're corrupt. She's a witch. She's out of pocket. She's a slut. She's a hoe. She's a trick. And that's who they want to rule over them, man. They don't want the truth of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah to rule over them, or the prophets or the men of the Lord to have authority over them, because they'll have to be in order. They can't just be out here just being as loose and nasty and disrespectful and out of pocket. They'll have to come under the order and obedience of the Most High. They'll have to cover their asses up, cover their heads, be in subjection, which is the last thing that these women want, is to be in subjection, man. Under the power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. They love the shadow of Egypt, man. And like I said, this is why it's going to be their ruin, and it's going to be their destruction, man.
Fucked her way to the top.
Hmm?
Oh, they used to detail this witch in the LA Times with her sexual escapades. She fucked damn near everybody trying to get up. She used to be a frat hoe when she was at Howard. And she ain't black. You know,
I ain't got to do with this.
Hear what she said? She ain't black. Meaning, in other words, she's not an Israelite, man. She's a heathen. All right?
Don't, but she's
I don't know. I'm just listening.
Well, here's the thing. I actually met her father in Jamaica. I was the guest, said at the government.
Long before she met Doug Emhoff, she dated some prominent men, including in 2001, former talk show host Montel Williams. Back then, he was the famous one and had to introduce her to the paparazzi. Now, the whole world knows who she is.
Hey, see, there it is, man. And this is who the black women are riding for. This is who they're coming to get. And they talk all this shit about, oh, the black man, this, the black man, that. She ain't even married to a so-called black man. It could be a little bit more convincing if she was. Like I said, she got 2 adopted Jewish children and she's married to a so-called small hat, man. But this is who y'all want to be over you. Well, hey, have at it, man. And that's why the judgment of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is gonna hey, the judgment of the Lord is gonna come upon you, man. You see? Here we go. This is verse 21. It says, Then Jeremiah said unto all the people, to the men and to the women, and all the people which had given him that answer, saying, The incense that ye burned in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem, ye and your fathers, your kings and your princes, and the people of the land, did not Yahweh remember them, and came it not into his mind? You see, and this is what our people are not considering, that the Lord is seeing this shit, and he's very pissed off, man. It says, so that Yahweh could no longer bear because of the evil of your doings and because of the abominations which ye have committed. Therefore is your land a desolation and an astonishment and a curse without an inhabitant as at this day. And this is the same type of judgment the Lord is going to bring on you jakes that's doing this shit now here in this time. All right. It says, because ye have burned incense and because ye have sinned against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and have not obeyed the voice of Yahweh, nor walked in his law, nor in his statutes, nor in his testimonies. Therefore, this evil is happened unto you as at this day. You see? And it's going to happen all over again. You know, the Lord's going to destroy you jakes, man. He's going to bring a horrible judgment upon all of you. And that, hey, the Lord's he's going to visit you, man. You're not going to get away with this shit. All right. It says, moreover, Jeremiah said unto all the people and to all the women, hear the word of Yahweh, all Judah that are in the land of Egypt. And right now we're in spiritual Egypt, America. And the same thing is happening. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the God of Israel, saying, ye and your wives have both spoken with your mouths and fulfilled with your hands, saying, we will surely perform our vows that we have vowed to burn incense to the Queen of heaven and to pour out drink offerings unto her. Ye will surely accomplish your vow and shall perform your vows. Therefore hear ye the word of Yahweh, all Judah that dwell in the land of Egypt. Behold, I have sworn by my great name, saith Yahweh, that my name shall no more be named in the mouth of any man of Judah in all the land of Egypt, saying, the Lord power liveth. Behold, I will watch over them for evil and not for good, and all the men of Judah that are in the land of Egypt shall be consumed by the sword and by the famine until there be an end of them. You see, and yet shall a number that escape the sword shall not return out of the land of Egypt into the land of Judah, and all the remnant of Judah that are gone into the land of Egypt to sojourn there shall know whose word shall stand, mine or theirs. You see, and the Lord's gonna perform this all over again, because there's nothing new under the sun. Now people might say, oh, well, that already happened. Well, hey, prophecy is going to happen again, because now we're in the spiritual Egypt. And like I said, and Jake is here doing the same exact thing. So what the hell you think judgment the Lord's going to do to them for repeating that same act? It's going to happen here in America, man. Like I said, hey, your trust in the shadow of Egypt is going to be to the shame of a lot of you simple-minded, dumb jakes out here, man. You out here following Kamala Harris. You want to vote for this witch. You want to, set her up to be a king and a ruler over you. Hey, it's going to be to your own detriment and to your own destruction, man. And you can't say that you weren't warned, because the prophets of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, we warned you, we told you, and you are thought of an excuse, man. So with that, I'm going to close it there. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua for putting the spirit in me to do this lesson. The Lord willing, you were edified. Shalom.